Yo, what's up everybody? This is round name 951 and I'm here taking apart my PS4 I bought for eBay. It was not the cheapest. I think it cost me like a buck 40 shipped. So it came from Puerto Rico, which is, part of the US. It's a state, but not, it's kind of in between. It is considered a state though. And man, so I initially bought it because the seller said the fan wasn't working, and I don't think it's even the fan. It does have a lot of corrosion on it. I'm gonna see if I could get some of that off, because you can see it's pretty bad. It does start up surprisingly, and yeah, it's bad. I was looking to see if maybe I could get like a replacement one of these, but they're pretty costly. They're about like 20 bucks, and I really don't want to sink in more money than I need to. I just want to get it running, and if it plays games, I'll be happy with it. Yeah, the CPU was pretty nasty. I think what happened was somebody didn't apply thermal paste correctly, and it was just very poor at transferring that heat. So, and you can see there, it's not too good.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we are back in the gallery, and I just want to show you some close-up pictures of the corrosion I was speaking of. So this metal plate is on the bottom plastic shell of the PS4. If the PS4 was facing you, this plate would be on the bottom right. And you can see it just looks really bad. Nothing pretty there at all. And then there's a little bit of corrosion still on the bottom plate, but this would be on the rear of it, where the HDMI and stuff would be sitting above, mostly the power supply. And then, as I mentioned, I mostly bought this PS4 because the seller explained to me that he believed it was a faulty fan. The fan was not working, and I believe what happened was, if they were trying to repaste it or clean out the PS4, they probably didn't repaste it correctly, because that paste that was there was actually pretty fresh, or they didn't. The paste was still there. They just they didn't have paste to reapply to the chip. And you can see here, this is where the fan's located, and the seller lives in Puerto Rico. So with that, they're surrounded by the sea with that nice sea salt breeze coming in. It was only a matter of time before that fan was starting to blow it into the PS4 and start some sort of corrosion. Luckily, it didn't get to any important parts of the PS4, such as the motherboard. So everything's still working there, even the USB port, surprisingly. And we can see here, this kind of proves to my kind of hypothesis or theory that just the thermal paste was not applied correctly at all to the chip. Yo, what's up everybody? It's around 951. I'm here just chilling. So I've had this PlayStation 4 for like about a month now or so, more or less, and the seller I bought it from off eBay told me that the fan was just gone to crap. They need a new fan, and it's been running for about I would say maybe 20-30 minutes, not too long. I've just been trying to get games on there. I'm gonna for sure try Fortnite to see how well this thing handles with heat transfer, and how well it handles just clearing the heat out of the system. If the fan truly isn't working, then it's gonna have quite a bit of a hard time clearing heat out. But I took it all apart. It looks like the biggest issue was that whoever put the thermal paste before I opened it did a shit job, because the thermal paste was everywhere around. It was on everything other than the chip that needs to be cooled. So I was like, okay. It was weird because I started it up, and I could hear the fan clearly, and the fan seems to be somewhat working. I'm not too sure. Like, it's not really running too high, the fan. And that's, really because it's more of an idle state. It's not running any games to cool. So we're going to find out to see if the fan truly is the problem with this. If it is, then I'll know. If it isn't, that'll be perfect. But so far, it's been running. And of course, once it starts to heat up, once it gets to a certain temperature, the system will realize that, and it'll turn itself off. So, so far, it seems to be okay. But I'll do an update when this is done. Alright guys, so we're back. It's been about 3.5 hours, probably going closer to 4 hours that the PS4 has been running. I'm not doing the testing here because of some issues that are going on in this room, but everything's okay. So we're going to show you the PS4 running with the fan and everything. I am going to be quiet like a mouse because that is my mom's room and she's sleeping in there right now. So I'm just going to kind of give you a little show of how the PS4 is running. Alright, so you guys can see it was running Fortnite. That is because that's the only game I really have right now. I don't have any physical disc, and that's one of the games that I could run, download pretty quick, and see how the PS4 reacts, because it does require somewhat intensive graphics. Not crazy intensive, but you know, it's got to keep up 60 frames per second while doing 1080p, and you know, it definitely does kick up the fan for PS4s. And it's been running at that fan speed again for about going on 3.5 to 4 hours now. I would say it's a 5-speed fan, and that's about at 3 for the fan speed, and it's been pretty consistent. I'm pretty sure it would be running a lot more smoother if I had it where I have my PS3 at with the wood instead of the glass, because that glass seems to conduct heat a little better. But overall, it seems to be working okay. So that's the good thing. And hopefully it lasts like that for a while. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, deuces.